Hello and welcome back to the Crowded Tavern, an actual play TTRPG podcast recorded live on Twitch every other Wednesday. Join us on our 5e homebrewed adventure. Written by our very own Dungeon Master, Martin Hoffman Larson, but you can call him Marty, and played out by a band of Chaos Gremlins. Hi, I'm your co-host Amanda, and with me today is Danny.
I'm first now.
You're
Hello.
first now. Hello. Cheesy Kids.
Hi there, everyone.
Rick.
I thought I was going to be last. Hi.
Ada Mori.
Hello.
And Marty himself.
I'm still last.
You're still last, yeah. I just felt like maybe it was time to switch it up. So I did. Alright, so in the last session of the Crowded Tavern, we followed our captured bad one to where his master last spoke to them. Turns out, their master is Wortam. Who saw that coming? Then we finally found out what was down those tunnels. A very heroic Auburn leaped into the darkness and was suspended in a gelatinous cube. Arleem redeemed any time anyone ever called him useless because those cubes hit hard and none of us would have survived without his heals or his killing blow. Now we know what major plot point Marty was hiding down those tunnels. Gelatinous cubes. Because Neza remembered something Frayne said to her about gelatinous cubes potentially being a magical conduit, so Neza insisted on the group taking the goo back to camp. Because of all the lava and poison damage, Auburn's clothes were pretty much falling off him. Wink wink. He was also forcing himself into his shifted form way past what was healthy. And Benjamin sulked all the way back to camp, where he set up his own little campsite just outside the perimeter. Stop giving me that stink eye, Cheesy Goods. I saw it. Meanwhile, Neza and Strix started experimenting with creating magical conduits from the gelatinous goo using Strix's, Arleem's, and Thrax's magic. We left our adventurers as they were getting ready to finally get some sleep. Now that we're all welcomed and caught up on Session 8 events, I'll pass it over to Marty to get this session started.
Alright. So we finished off last time with Neza making these conduits. Neza, you are, in your mind, you're totally aware and you know that these conduits, they work, and they work for now. But you also know that eventually they probably will need to recharge unless you use some kind of drastic measures, perhaps, to keep them recharging by themselves. You probably need Wortam for that. But for now, it works. For now, your friends are powered.
Okay.
And I believe that Neza, after this, went to bed. So she's probably asleep. Arleem, something that I forgot to mention last time is something we can start out with today. Yeah, no, it's don't worry about it. It's just a small thing that I forgot, and that is that when Arleem, when you return to your tent at some point, perhaps to sleep when you need to go to sleep, you notice that there are some small figurines placed outside your tent. That sort of like, some of them are better than others, but one of the better ones probably sort of resembles you, because you can see one of them has like a mirror, something that resembles a mirror at its belt. So there's some of these small figurines placed around or next to you, in front of your tent, and there's also something else. There's a flask.
Oh, like what kind of flask?
Like something normally you would probably have alcohol in it.
Okay. And these are just sitting outside my tent.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will pick up the flask and kind of uncork it or unstopper it, whatever it is, and give it a sniff.
Yeah. It no roll needed. It smells like alcohol.
Who's giving me gifts? I am suspicious. I look around and see if there's anyone there. Like,
you look around the camp and you don't see anyone. You can roll a perception check if you want to, but you're just looking out. It doesn't seem like there's anyone like keeping an eye on you or anything. It seems like it's just a normal night at this point. Some people are already sleeping, others are on their way to their tents and get to bed. And
Okay. Is there like a note or anything? Is there like
no note that you can see, at least nothing that sticks out to you. Just figurines.
Okay. I pick the figurines up and take them in. Give them a bit of a more of a look over and see if there's anything about them that seems off, or if they're just like kind of replicas of the people in the camp.
I mean, it's no, it's not. It is like small. They're like cut out of wood. Like they're very handmade. All of them, it looks like, and some of them are better quality than others. So it seems like, if you were to guess, that these were not made like by one person, but probably different people.
Why is this really concerning to me? This feels like just feels off to me. But kind of nice, I suppose, but weird. I'll put them to the side alongside with the flask, and just get ready for the night, kind of thing.
Okay. So now that we are caught up on all that, I believe that the one person we didn't actually get to talk too much to last time was Benjamin. I think Benjamin, or at least Jake, had a small to-do list that he wanted to go through. So let's start there.
Not so much a to-do list, but just for game's sake and for everyone else watching. Benjamin's feeling pretty sad right now. He's feeling a little bit like he's not very useful, especially after Neza told him off. That's right, I gave you a stink eye for a reason. And I think he just wants to distance himself a little bit. He's very much thinking about how he could be more helpful, which he's obviously always wanted to be in life, and right now he just feels a bit more like a burden to the team. So that's all I wanted to say on that point. But at the moment, I'm just very much in my little tree hut, just not admiring, having a look over the camp, seeing what's going on. Can I make a perception roll to see if I can see all of this creation with these magic stones happening?
Yeah, sure. I mean, where have you positioned yourself?
So I'm up in a tree. I'm going to say I'm quite far away, maybe like 60 to 80 foot away in the next tree outside of the camp borders.
Okay, yeah, I mean, then probably roll a perception check to see if you can get an idea of what's going on.
Sure. 14.
I mean, you could probably see, because it's not like there is lights and stuff coming from the lab, not the normal just lights, flashing lights, stuff like that. So Benjamin probably has an idea that something is going on. And was he around when Neza and Strix? I think he was, there when they had their conversation, when you were all walking home. So you probably have caught a few sentences here and there, and so...
Yeah, I was definitely further behind the group, but I imagine I would have heard it. I was downwind, so, I could hear and smell everything.
Something like that. So yes, you'll probably have an idea that they're going to at least try to do something that involves magic, and that's probably the extent of it.
Okay, interesting. But I saw all these flashing lights and all this stuff. Okay, interesting. Is everyone else asleep?
Sorry?
Is everyone else asleep currently?
I mean, if you want it to be, we can jump to a little bit into time where most people are probably asleep. I don't know, Strix, do you go to sleep as well, right, at some point, or...?
Yeah, sure. Tonight, the only thing I'd want to do would be to preserve the other gelatinous cube, as the first one worked so well. And Strix will be up early.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Okay. Well, then sure, people are most. I mean, obviously there might be a person here and there. It's a quite large camp, but overall, people are in bed and sleeping at this point.
Of course. I'm going to head on over to Frack's quarters and make sure he sleeps stealthily.
Okay. I mean, let me quickly roll for Thrak, but don't worry because that dude cannot roll high anyway, so you're probably completely fine. Sure, he's sleeping, he's snoring, and there's no doubt that he's asleep.
Perfect. Can I? A 2. Oh my gosh. Okay. So he's a heavy sleeper. Jeez. Okay. Can I? Is he the only one in his quarters, or are there multiple?
Yeah. At this point, it's more like individual tents and stuff like that. It's So
Perfect. I'm going to have a rummage around stealthily, and see if I can find this magical lightning resembled stone.
Okay.
So I don't know it's lightning resembled, but I know that stuff's been going on, and
Yeah.
know that they got Frack into the slab.
The thing is that Thrak doesn't. He just helped powering it. He didn't take it with him. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
then,
if you're searching there, then you're not finding it.
Noted. Well, if I can't find anything, I'm gonna head over to the lab or Nessa's quarters.
Yeah. I mean, is Nessa sleeping in the lab, or does he actually have like a proper tent?
I feel like she would be sleeping like nearby the lab, if not have a cot in the lab. Like I feel like that's what she would do.
And also, we're calling it a lab. I mean, it's probably more quotation marks a lab. It's sort of like just like an area, with a quickly built roof and stuff like that. So quite open. So yeah. So she's sleeping in a tent close by.
Okay, but I'm actually I'm probably not aware that Neza doesn't dream, so I'm not sure how deep asleep you're going. But yeah, I'm gonna be quietly rummaging around, seeing if I can locate one of these stones, ideally the lightning shaped one.
What would Nessa have done with this thing?
She is probably sleeping with it like in her pocket or like under her pillow or something. But I mean, close by her body.
I don't think it would be in the pocket. It's a little bit too large for that, I think. But
okay, I misunderstood the size of them in my head. I thought they were quite small. Okay.
No. But she probably brought it to her. I mean, you can hold it with one hand, sort of like a skull. You can hold in one hand, sort of that sort of size.
What one does she have again? There was the skull, the heart, and the lightning bolt.
Lightning
it was the
bolt.
lightning she kept hold of.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But she would have it in her tent.
It would be in her tent. She would not leave magic lying around. Absolutely not.
Okay. No. So, Benjamin, you're searching the lab, but it seems like it's just all the normal things and doodads.
Okay. Is there any way that I can possibly seek out this thing? Or ask Wortam if he can sense it out?
Yeah, you can do that if you want to, or try to call him at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to call him and ask if he can sense any strong magic nearby. Within this vicinity, at least.
So now I'm good enough, now that you need me?
I never said that you weren't good enough. This is all spoken internally, yeah.
I got the sense that you didn't necessarily want me to intrude.
It seems that we might be able to benefit each other more than we first thought.
And a little moment goes by. And actually, can I get you to make another perception check? Or Arcana check, depending on what you want to do.
Perception, for sure.
Okay.
19?
19, okay. So normally you haven't really, paid attention, like properly paid attention to what he's doing and where he is. But this time you know he's not around. You cannot see him, or you have a feeling that he's not around. So you're paying attention to your surroundings and how you are feeling and how everything feels to you, and you sort of feel his presence get closer, and it's something you haven't paid attention to before, but you get the feeling that because you start to see him all of a sudden standing, that it's sort of that thing where you look around, there's nothing there. When you look back, all of a sudden he's standing there, and you have the feeling that he's, you're not quite sure how all this works, but you have the feeling that he's actually here.
Oh, okay. Now I'm slightly more scared. I thought I was just talking to you. I'm sorry.
So what do you need?
I think I'm about to say friends, but don't. I feel like they were making something that will, I don't know, make me feel better, make me feel more useful, strengthen me. And I mean, if I can be stronger for my friends, then I think that would work.
So you want to be stronger, and you want to be more helpful. You want to learn. Yeah?
Out of character, I'm like, no. In character, I'm like, yeah, I think so. You've helped me so much before.
I mean, it seems like overall you hadn't had a great grasp on what I've taught you so far. And he looks at Otis, your little friend here seems like he's grown attached to you. So maybe there's more to you than I thought there would be at first.
Maybe there's more to you too.
He starts looking around, and you sort of get the sense that he's actually, his interest is growing, and he's like, interesting. You said they were making something?
I don't know. I overheard them speaking, and there were flashing lights coming from here. So, knowing Neza and her tech doodads, she might be doing something.
I can sense not just one, but 3.
Can you tell where they are in the room?
They're not in here, but the closest one, and he looks towards Neza's tent. It's coming from there.
Can you show me? But obviously, again, our character, but stealthily,
Sure.
Oh my god, is he gonna make me invisible with him? No, I'm joking. Please don't do that. It would terrify me.
Just follow me. And he walks over to the tent. He makes like a hand gesture with his hand, and this tent don't have like a bottom attached to the overlay, so it's basically just levitating the overlay up. So now you can see everything that's inside Neza's makeshift tent is now visible, Neza included.
And a breeze.
Amanda looks so creeped out. And it's actually not difficult to see where, because there is a small, lights coming from this thing, like vaguely that you can see. Obviously, probably Neza would have put, something over it or into some kind of bag or something. But you can definitely see where it's coming from.
Okay. I head over to it and. Are you saying like all three of them are in the same place?
One of them. That's just one. Mm-hmm.
Can I see which one it is?
It's the lightning bolt.
I take it
Okay.
and leave the area as quickly as possible.
And as you leave the tent area, he levitates it down and places it back in place.
Do I wake up during any of this?
No.
No.
Okay.
I mean, okay. You can roll a... What would it be? Perception? Must maybe.
I don't wake up through any of this. I rolled a 1.
There we go.
Oh gosh, okay.
In fact, I just fall deeper asleep.
Yeah. It's you're sort of like you're feeling your guides, but it's sort of because you're sleeping. It's more like comforts you instead. So you're just everything is fine, even though you're not quite sure what the feeling is that they try to convey. So Benjamin, you have and you can feel the energy emanating from this lightning bolt.
Amazing.
And it's lighting up as well, so you're quite visible out in the open.
I pull it in my backpack.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the smart thing to do. And me feeling like a rebellious teenager, I go back to my tree house with Otis, thank Wortam, and try and head to sleep.
Okay. Is that it? It's not DM. It's Wortam asking in your head.
For now, and I'm sure we'll talk soon.
I'll be waiting.
Sorry, very quickly before I left the tent, can I put a stone in the lightning sting's place?
Sure.
Perfect. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like I'm not that smart of a child. It doesn't have to be the same shape. Just like a little pebble, and then just pretend like all the energy just drained or whatever. Because that's how science works, kids.
Wow. Okay. Sure.
We need to educate you.
But yeah, I think that'll be what Benjamin's done that evening.
Would he be looking at stars? Any of that? His usual. Would he have done that as well?
I don't think he would have. I think
Not today.
No, I think he's been too, worried about everything else going on at the moment. So.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Strix, you wake up as the first one of everyone. You have a high passive perception, right?
20, I think, if I'm level 12 now.
You are. So, Strix, you definitely see, and you're probably also nocturnal, or have a nocturnal instinct. So you definitely see someone leave the camp during the early morning.
Do I recognize that someone? Is it someone from the camp?
It's someone from the camp, yeah. It's not Wortam, if that's what you're asking. No, you just see... you see Kaxi leaving in the morning, while it's still a little bit dark.
It's not that weird, and I've got other stuff to do.
That's fair.
But yeah, so what I wanted Strix to do was to get up early and to placate his undead, get them out of the hole.
Okay.
And then if at all possible, I'd like to have Violet prepare a nice breakfast and take it to Neza in bed.
Sure. Sure, I'll allow it.
The creepiest continental you've ever had.
Honestly.
I feel like there needs to be some kind of check just to see how the food is, but we can do that when we get to that point. Yeah, but you command Violet to bring Nessa food, bring food and food.
Service.
All right.
Yeah, and I think that's all I wanted to do with Strix that morning, until everybody else is up at least.
Okay. So at some point this morning, you will lose control of the undead as well.
I'd recast it on them first. And
Okay. Just making sure that but you don't do anything else. You just recast it.
Well, recast it. The other 5 will go off and do whatever they've been doing. But yeah.
Can I get you to do either Arcana or Perception check?
I think my perception is marginally better. 27.
27. All right.
Oh wow, and that doesn't even have the full modifier. Sorry. 29.
Okay. 29. That's quite high. When you are casting, it's a ritual. The anime data is a ritual, right? It takes like
No, it takes a
time,
minute, but I can't perform it as a ritual. I have to use a spell slot.
Okay, so it takes a minute. Okay, so obviously you're focused on the spell, but you do sort of notice. You feel like as you're doing it that you're being watched. It doesn't come to you like straight away. It's like a feeling that you slowly get over time as you're casting the spell.
But I can't tell
No,
who's watching me.
That you don't really see anyone. And when you finish the spell, you see like a small bee. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you do see something, but just sort of like out of the corner of your eye, happens really, really quickly down in the grass, as a small being that scurries away from where you are.
Can I try to catch it?
You can certainly try.
What would that be?
Let's make it like an athletics or acrobatics.
Can you give me access to my level 12? I only have 4 and 8 in my thing, so it'd be.
I can totally do that. I forgot to do that actually. So you are a Damori. There you go.
Thank you. Right, so acrobatics. That's a 5.
So because it's just like you just barely notice it as it runs in through the grass, and you feel like you have its direction figured out, and you swoop down and you try to grab it with your claws, but it must have managed to sort of just scurry in between the grass, and you miss it, and you lose track of it as it's running through the grass, and it's gone.
Could be anything. Don't know what the hell's on this planet. I'm gonna stay close to my undead for at least most of the rest of the day until something else happens.
Okay. So, who's up and about? Who's doing stuff? Who would be getting up first, you think?
Cool.
Nobody, no
We're
tickers,
all
no
sleeping
tickers.
all day long.
All right,
It's been a long
Neza,
day.
then I will be the one breaking the silence and be like, Neza, you are being woken up by an undead that is sort of like standing outside your tent, and it has breakfast.
Okay, so it's standing outside the tent, so that's a lot less creepier than it walking over me with this food, because I had something prepared for that, but this is way less creepy. That's okay.
Well, I mean, Strix have taught them manners, apparently, so...
Appreciate the manners. So I wake up and sit up, like, shoot up, basically, like, straight up in bed. See this? I'm like, hello? Can I help you?
And it's reaching forward with something in its hands. And I think, Strix, if you can make, like, a performance roll or something like that, just to see how, you know...
With the skeleton stats.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not gonna go well. 9?
Nice.
Not bad with its modifier.
So it has something that resembles breakfast. You know, it's an undead skeleton, so it's not, you know, amazing with, you know, with cutting things and stuff like that. So it's not like, it doesn't look super interesting, but it looks, you know, delicious. It doesn't look super delicious, but at least, you know, it's some kind of breakfast.
Would you say it looks edible?
Potentially, most of it.
Okay, I get up and very carefully take this tray or plate from Violet, and I'm like, thank you? Did you make this for me?
Strix does nod. Is it? Yeah, it nods.
Yep.
And then it just turns around and starts walking off.
Okay. I just look down at this food in my hands, like, this is weird. But also I'm hungry, so I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. It's edible.
It's edible.
Let's just leave it at that.
Okay. Gonna put it somewhere on a table or like the floor. I don't know what I have in my room, but I'm just gonna put it down and maybe look at it later.
All right.
I would be getting like ready to go outside and face the day, and making sure that I have all of my belongings, including a lightning goo conduit.
All right. You look in the bag that you put it in, or the place that you put it in, and there's a small rock in there.
Oh no, oh this is not good, oh no, okay. And I start like tearing my little tent apart, trying to find the conduit that is supposed to be there. And when I don't find it, I run out and start looking through the lab, like, did I leave it here? Did it somehow make it out here? And do the same thing to the lab. I'm not like super, like, my first thought is not that somebody stole it, because I work with Frayne and I work in the IAC, and things go missing sometimes. Like, things just maybe get misplaced. So, like, I'm not super concerned yet. Just like mildly concerned that this massive like rock of magic is no longer where I thought it should be. I think my next protocol would be going to Strix.
Okay.
You
go find Strix.
Yeah,
you know where it is.
See me, Strix, like running up to you, like quite frantic, but also trying to be cool. It's not working.
Neza,
Do you have it?
Did
you take it? The lightning. Do you have it? Do you have the lightning?
Oh. No. I have the skull.
Did you...
Pulls it out and shows you.
Did you come into my quarters last night, my tent last night, and take the lightning?
No. Sorry if I disturbed you. That was, that would have been Violet. I just thought you might,
Did she take the
appreciate some
lightning?
breakfast. No, she just... I don't think so. I didn't ask her to.
Thank you for the food. I know what you're doing, and we're going to talk about that later. But the lightning is definitely the more important thing right here. That magic, Strix, it's not where I left it. It's gone. It could be anywhere.
Okay. Give me a moment. Would I know if I cast detect magic? Could I detect these things?
Essentially.
I'll try casting detect magic as a ritual.
Does it have a range attached to it?
I think it does. I will cast it in Foundry.
Please be outraged. Please be outraged.
I mean, Strix isn't going to stand still if it's not in range. Where are we? Detect magic. 30 feet.
30 feet. So, yeah, you don't see it. You can sense... Sorry, let me quickly... 30 feet in meters. Yeah, no. Nothing in range.
I will... But I know that it works because I can see mine.
You can see yours.
Glowing bright? Okay.
It's very bright. It's blinding you.
I will tuck that one away and sort of go around with Neza, sort of where do you think it might be?
Okay.
Well, we'll go back to the lab and my tent because that's the last place it should have been. Do you see it? I can't find it.
I assume I do not.
Perception check.
Okie dokie. $25.
Right. No, there's nothing in the lab. You do notice that there's like traces of magic on the tent, though, like very faint. You normally you would probably because you normally would probably have missed it, but you're so focused right now that you're watching everything, and you can see faint traces of magic on the tent.
On Neza's tent.
On Neza's tent, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it definitely was in your tent. I don't think you left it in the. I don't think you left it in the lab. I think it was here at some point.
Well, that's
But
why I
don't think
remember
it's here
putting
now.
it in the little bag underneath my bed. And
Can I get us?
there's just this little rock there now.
Huh. It couldn't. I looked very closely at the rock. It couldn't have been drained, could it?
And shrunk? I don't think so.
You take it in your claw and you're probably feeling it up a little bit, and you just, what is this? It seems like an ordinary rock to you.
It's not even a cool rock.
Just a rock. Hard rock.
Do you think Thrak stole it from us?
We can easily check.
That bastard. I knew I didn't like him.
I love this.
Okay, I will stand within 30 feet of Thrak's tent and cast Detect Magic as a ritual again. I can't remember how long it lasts. No, I think it's an hour, so I probably don't need to.
10 minutes. It's 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, I'll
But
cast
yeah,
it
but
again if I
that's-
need to.
Yeah, but it's perfectly fine. You can get over it. It won't have taken 10 minutes. So there's no... I mean, Thrak is probably still in or around his tent, so obviously you can, see that, he has, these magical rune tattoos on him, and you can see that they glow. But besides that, you don't get any sense. And if you go closer, just to see if you can feel that sort of like with to see if like traces of magic on his tent or something like that, then you find none. So
I don't think it's here. I don't think it's been here.
Did he take it and hide it somewhere else? Like he would do.
It's not impossible.
Why? He's the only other one that knows about this. That knows exactly what it is.
If we want to close off all avenues, there is at least one other person who knows exactly what this is.
Arleem. We should go see Arleem.
Mm-hmm. Not to put a target on my back, but last night I was also very concerned about it as well. If you remember correctly, I was very like, I don't think this is good.
He was very concerned with what we were doing.
Okay.
Do you think he would take it to keep it away from us? You still have yours.
I think he would have taken mine, honestly. I mean, I don't think he would have taken mine, but I think he would have tried.
Okay. Let's go see Arleem.
Right. Arleem, it's morning. You wake up at some point. What are you doing in the morning?
I probably wake up and the first thing I see is the weird figures and alcohol that was left outside my bed. And I'm still a little bit confused about them, if I'm being 100% honest. So I kind of pick them up and kind of like just fiddling around with them in my hand. Have I seen anyone like whittling in the camp?
Not to your nothing that you paid attention to. At least you haven't really.
No.
Nothing that stands out.
The only other person I can think of is Thrak, because we were drinking around the fireplace when I had my alcohol. But that's all that comes to mind. But I'm kind of like, okay, this isn't. I suppose it's not sinister. It's just a bit creepy. I kind of put it back in my head and I get ready, I get kind of dressed and start to make movements to kind of leave the tent and see what the camp is like this morning.
Okay. I mean, you haven't been outside your tent for long until you see Neza walking like directly towards you in like very demanding manner, sort of, that very direct walk you can have. And Strix is probably either on her shoulder or flying next to her, and they're coming up towards you.
Morning. How are you?
Did you take it?
Did I take it?
Did you take the conduits? My conduit? The conduit that I kept?
Yeah.
You took it? Strix, you took it. Why did you take it?
You gave it to me.
No, I didn't. I gave you one, but not the other one.
You gave me one. Yeah, you gave me a conduit.
Yeah.
I took it.
Okay, you're supposed to have that one. What about the other one?
I don't know anything about another one.
So you didn't take it? The one that, like, a lightning bolt?
No, I have the heart one.
I know, because you're a very kind and caring person. That's why we gave you the heart one. Oh, but enough about that. Where's the lightning one?
I didn't even know there was a lightning one. You didn't show me a lightning one.
I told you he wouldn't know, Strix.
I assume Strix can corroborate all of this from lack of glowing.
Yes.
Okay,
there's glowing. There's glowing. It's just
there is, but there's only
one source of glowing. Actually, I guess.
Strix, you also see that because there's a mirror attached to Arleem's belt, and you do notice that it definitely has some kind of a magical glow as well.
Just without asking, sort of grab at it and look at it. If nothing stops
away
it.
from the mirror. Claw, I should say. Claw.
What's that?
Mine. That's what it is. Hands off.
It's not what we're looking for, Strix. Who cares?
You sure?
Yes. What are you looking for? Lightning conduit. So, I assume you made more of these last night and you handed them out?
No, just one more. And I went to bed with me, and it is no longer there.
Okay. So, someone's potentially stolen it?
I can't believe somebody stole from me. No, nobody. No.
Have we considered that it could be Wortam?
At that suggestion, you just see, like, her face pale. Like, all the blood has rushed out of it. No, he wouldn't. How would he even know about them?
At this point, you hear commotion further into the camp. You hear some people, like, probably, being loud.
Look, I'm not saying that it is him. I'm saying that last time we had magical power in the camp, he showed up.
He also seems to know a hell of a lot about everything that happens.
I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together of what we have here. I'm saying he could be involved somehow. That's all. Also, they're shouting. We should probably go check that out.
I mean, it's not shouting. It's just, they're loud.
Ruckus. Being antisocial. Let's go.
I say Strix leaves as soon as you say that before anybody else does anything.
Well, I'm going to have a look, yeah.
Do you just, like, walk away from Neza?
Well, if you stand
Fly
there,
away.
I'll kind of look back and be like, look, Neza, we'll find it. Let's just go see what's happening here, and then we'll find it, okay?
Fine, you see her shoulders, like, fall, because she's, like, really tense.
Yeah.
Shoulders fall, and she follows you. But she doesn't look very happy about this.
Okay, so you start walking towards the commotion. Auburn, what are you up to this morning? You wake up in your normal form.
Yes.
And you probably... I don't know if Auburn knows this feeling, but you feel like you've been on a, weekend bender. You have been, if you've been drinking for a weekend straight, you feel awful. And you probably also have, currently have a point of exhaustion. You haven't really slept that well.
So I sit in my tent for at least a few minutes, just with my knees up and staring at the flap. And then I shift. And I put on a big smile, and I just, like, flamboyantly go out the flap of my tent and just go like, oh, what a beautiful morning.
All right. So part of the normal routine in the camp that Auburn knows about is, that, you need to figure out, some way to survive. So one of the things that people have been, that you have helped with when you're not being out doing stuff is, helping people, teaching them how to hunt and stuff like that. So every morning, some of those people usually gather somewhere and is trying to, learn how to hunt and how to survive.
Are they gathered nearby?
Yeah, I mean, you know where they are at least, so it's
all right.
It's not like far away, but so.
Getting distracted by Gambit. So I'll head there to where the usual gathering point is, and whoever I come by on the way there, I'll just greet them like, oh, hello, good morning, how you doing?
You do get a few looks from some of the people because they're not used to see you in your shifted form. They potentially have seen you shift, maybe, I don't know, but at least it's not, you're not normally not walking around in your shifted form. So you do get like a few looks from people who's like, Auburn, what's going on and stuff like that. But
Oh yeah, I've been bulking.
Man, that otherworld protein really does something, doesn't it? Jeez.
Oh dear.
right. And as you're gathered there, and you're probably talking a little bit, and I guess Auburn is probably giving all the tips how to hunt currently because he's probably very confident right now, right?
Yeah, he's really going all in with the stances and the creeping through vegetation and staying stealthy and gathering things and surviving. Totally just acting like he's a super boss.
Right. Eventually, you're quite busy with showing the others how to do, but eventually you realize that someone else is coming towards the group, and you can hear some of the others are like yelling or raising their voice, and it's like, "Oh look, he actually caught something!" And you can see that they're pointing towards someone who's coming closer to you.
Who's coming closer?
Coxie.
It's Coxie.
And he is over his shoulder. He is carrying a boar.
Like carrying it?
Carrying it on
That's
over
a
his
heavy-
shoulders. Well,
heavy animal.
whatever. Well, then carrying it. I don't know. He's bringing or dragging it. But he's bringing a boar, and he's coming up to the group, and everyone is sort of like cheering him on, and he's like, "Yeah, I did it. I hunted and I caught something. I
Well done, Coxie. That's great. How did you do that?
I just did what you told me."
Great. That's meat for like at least a few days for the whole camp.
Are you looking closer at the boar?
Sure. I'll take a look at how he killed it.
You don't see any like, it's you come to quickly realize that it's not been killed by bow and arrow. You can definitely see that there's like marks on it, clearly from sort of like scorch marks and stuff, clearly from magic. And the rest of you, who has been in the previous scene with the commotion, you also at this point comes up to the group.
I don't really say anything because Coxie looks really proud, so I don't want to ruin this moment for him. But I'm definitely looking it over a bit suspiciously, though being discreet about it.
The rest of you comes up to the group as they're standing there, and you can see that Karx is standing with this boar, and you can see that everyone is sort of like congratulating him, and Auburn is there. Shifted Auburn is there.
Yeah.
as
So
well.
I immediately make a beeline for Shifted Auburn. I'll land on his antlers and then sort of bend over so that my face is upside down right in front of his face.
Oh, hello.
What's wrong? What's going on?
No, nothing's wrong. Coxie caught a boar.
Right. But why are you all... And he'll sort of raise his wings up above his head in a crude imitation of your antlers.
What do you mean?
I mean... You only do this when there's a problem. I assumed something was wrong.
There's no problem. I'm fine, Strix.
Okay. But why the...
This is just how I am. You know this. You've seen this.
Yeah, I thought it was like a stress response or something.
No, I can control it.
Okay. Don't you push yourself too hard. I'm gonna need you on top form before we leave this place.
Look at me. Do I not look top form?
Yeah, but how's your stamina?
How's my stamina? Do you want proof, Strix?
No, I trust you.
Great.
I feel like this is a good time for a Constitution saving throw.
13.
Okay. I mean, you're still holding up. Holding.
It might be a bit of a...
Yeah, probably a little twitch. So, but you're staying in your form. It's fine.
Strix, relax. I'm fine. You don't need to worry about me. But you look...
Okay, but we need to worry about something else then.
All right. What are we worrying about?
Fly back to Neza.
Oh.
What's wrong? What's going on? Why is Auburn still like that? Did he take it? Is he using it to do that?
I assume I don't see it.
You don't. Sorry, what?
I don't get any glows from Auburn or anything. There's no. He doesn't have the lightning bolt.
What would you say, Danny? Would he see any like magical effects with detect magic on it? Or is it more like a natural thing?
He just see, because it's a lycanthropy thing, so I don't think he'll see anything. Just my magic items. I do have.
Yeah, I've had detect magic on.
I do have a quiver of Alona that has extra dimensional pockets.
I'll have seen that before though, so I know it wasn't.
No, you wouldn't be worried about. I mean, I don't think you've seen that it's a magical item before. I don't think you've seen that specifically, but you have seen the items before, so it's not something that he just found somewhere else,
okay.
or over magically being gave him or something. It's it's his equipment.
Yeah. No, I think he's clean.
So this is psychological problem, not a magical problem. That's fine. We can deal with that later. We need to find this magic.
It's a less immediate problem, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know where it is.
Okay, question.
Can I see them standing over there looking really worried?
Potentially. I mean, you've been around them. You know how Neza looks like when she's a little bit worried.
Yeah. So
unless Neza is doing her best to hide it. I don't know.
Oh, she's trying.
All right.
Oh, do I get to do an insight check then?
Then do an insight and Neza do a deception, and you can decide if it's a normal roll or a disadvantage.
She rolled a 7.
I rolled 14.
Yeah, you know that she's freaking out.
Right. So, seeing that clearly something is wrong, I pat Kaxi on the shoulder and say, "Hey, great job!" And then I move over to the others.
Thank you. He left. Huh? Okay.
I go, all right. So, what's going on? Clearly, something's wrong.
Neza lost magic.
I didn't lose it. I didn't lose it. How could I lose it?
You had it,
magic?
and now you don't have it, and it was in your possession.
Yes, I didn't know you could use magic.
I can't.
Oh.
We were experimenting with the gelatinous cubes, and we made magic conduits.
I pull out my heart conduit and
Like
show
that.
Auburn.
Oh, that's a great piece of jewelry.
I wish that's what it was.
What is it?
It's magic.
Oh.
And there's another one, and it's missing.
Oh.
I went to sleep, with it next to me, and it's not there now. And this is a problem if that magic gets out.
Right. You think someone took it?
I don't want to think that, but I think at this point, it's the only explanation.
Where did you last see it?
When I went to bed with it right next to me.
Okay. Well, I'll have a look around your tent, see if there's any tracks.
We've done that. Tracks. We haven't done that. Tracks, that's a great idea, Strix. Why didn't you think of that?
Well, I am a tracker.
I'm not a tracker.
All right, you go back to the lab, and you can do a what's it called, survival check to see if you can find tracks.
Survival. Oh, that's not bad. That is 19.
19, yeah. I mean, obviously there has been some people walking around, probably Neza, in the area. You can definitely see that, but and other people have been there as well. There's like a set of tracks from a smaller person, potentially a dwarf. You see,
Dwarves would have wide feet, wouldn't they?
yeah.
They're stocky.
You definitely see those. They're still smaller, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just pointing out dwarf,
And then
human. And then,
you definitely see like a different set as well. That could be probably a bit lighter person. Probably, you know, a little bit tall, not as tall. Could be human, could be elf, half elf. You also see a four-legged creature. At first you're a little bit, what is this? You've seen this before, and then you're like, oh, small owlbear. So
these are Otis's tracks, and these
Otis?
could be. Yeah.
No. But he wasn't even here. How would Benjamin know about this? Or did Otis? Strix,
He's a demon. Confirmed.
Yeah. Wortam
Sorry.
probably knows what we were doing and sent the silly little owlbear demon in to get it out.
Something small was watching me this morning. In the grass.
No. That's creepy.
Yeah.
Otis
I tried to catch
helping
it. I
us.
couldn't get it.
I did say that Wortam probably had something to do with this.
It looks like you were right.
Where is Benjamin? And
speaking of
Otis.
that, scene shift. What is Benjamin up to?
He's eating a carrot type thing, looking out on the camp, seeing all of his friends wander about very awkwardly. Yeah, that he's just being very. He's very aware that he's probably done wrong, but he also just wants to try and make himself better. So he's a little bit nervous for sure, but he's still just staying put and is just watching everyone happen, see what's going on.
So, are you all going to head to Benjamin's place?
Do we know where he is?
You know where his tent is.
Okay.
He's a treehouse.
You don't know about the treehouse.
Oh, we don't know about the treehouse. So,
No. You know where his tent is.
oh.
So you all walk over to the tent, and you find it empty. And if you are, Nessa's probably going to look inside the tent and trying to, you know, is it here? Is it here? And if you do so, it's pretty obvious that this place has not been used this night, at least. It doesn't seem like it, at least.
I come back
Do
out
I-
of the tent.
Oh, sorry, do I see them go over to my tent?
You would probably pay attention to it, I guess. Yeah. So.
Okay, good.
Anything on detect magic?
I mean, there are some of the doodads and stuff. I don't know. Don't think Benjamin would have, you know, the star thingy dude, whatever it's called, the star thingy dude.
I love the starting dude.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Whatever machine that is. Obviously, it has like you know, a spell stone attached to it, and you know those things you can see. But besides that, there's things that you're looking for. Nope.
Sorry, so that gizmo thing is with me in the treehouse.
Okay. Yeah, well then.
So it's just like Benjamin up and disappeared.
Yeah, sort of.
You don't think Wortam kidnapped him, do you?
I'm going to start to frantically look around for tracks around his tent.
Yeah. I mean, I
Such a
think
bad thing.
the issue
It's a
is
bad thing,
even
Arleem.
even though you did roll high, the issue is that this is like a highly trafficked. The whole camp is like a highly trafficked area, so there's a
I'm
lot
going to
of.
specifically look for tracks that lead out of the camp, like behind his tent or anywhere.
I don't know. Help me out, Benjamin, because you have an idea of where you placed yourself. Would it be like if you would he have exited out of the camp, or would he have gone through the camp to get there, or how would he have
Bear in
placed
mind,
it?
this is also the day after. We've done a whole day's exploration. People could have walked past there anyway, so there would be tracks leading out of the camp when I went with you the day before, but not so much today.
So there's no new fresh tracks that you can what you can see.
No.
This ain't good.
We have a set of tracks we can follow, though, right? Otis is from Neza's tent. We can at least find out where he went after that, or where he came from.
Probably.
Right. I'll try and follow Otis's tracks.
Right. You definitely find. Let's see, how would he have, let me just quickly think how he would have walked, or how it would have walked.
With a merry step in its stride.
I think
He was happy about something.
you start following Otis's tracks, but they're crossing through the camp, so you quickly lose track of it, because there's so many, again, high traffic. There's a lot of people walking around, so you sort of lose the track.
I'm getting visibly frustrated and worried.
If only there were somewhere else, where it was easier to see.
I feel like that's a hint.
If it is, I'm not getting it.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't for you, Danny. It was for someone else in the.
I may have missed it if it was for me.
It wasn't for you either.
Okay, great.
Was it for me?
No.
Go, thank God.
Oh, great. Okay.
That's
It's all up to you.
If only one of our characters could fly.
Yeah. I guess that's just a thing Strix would do. He'd go up and take a quick aerial of the whole camp and see if he can just be like, okay, is Benjamin in the camp? Or Otis in the camp.
Sure. Then let's make a perception check just to see if you manages to spot him.
17. Oh no, sorry, that's level 8. So 19.
19. Okay. It takes a while. You're like, where can it be? You're flying around. You're looking around, and it takes you a little while. And before I say anything else, Benjamin, are you actively hiding? Or are you just sitting in your tree house thingy?
I'm sitting in my treehouse, but I feel like knowing that they're probably looking for me or this thing, I think Benjamin's gonna be very skittish. So he is gonna stay where he is, but I feel like he's gonna keep Otis in the bag quite close to him.
Okay. So you would definitely notice that if Strix fly up into the air and stuff like that. So I think it would be reasonable to call for a quick stealth check then.
Sure. 13?
It takes you a while, Strix. It takes you a while. You're looking on the ground, obviously, because where else would he be going? So it does take you some time until you realize. You just notice like quick movement somewhere on the edge of your peripheral vision, and you look up into a tree. And you see that there is actually some kind of, small tree house-ish thing built. Difficult to spot.
Do I see Strix looking this way?
It's just difficult to see, I would say, at that distance.
Okay. If at any moment I see him come slightly towards me, I'm going to wave and be like, "Morning, Strix!"
I was gonna say I will cast message down to Neza, just to tell her where I'm going, and then immediately fly over.
You see Strix flying towards you.
I command Otis to sit on my bag.
He does that. And Nessa, you get the message.
Strix found him. He's going there. We should go that way. Follow the owl.
Okay.
So Strix, you arrive first.
Are you okay? Is Wortam here?
No, we haven't really heard from him. Well, I did hear from him last night. And this is an absolute deception. But obviously I don't see that's you. For character reference.
I am deceiving you right now.
But no, So I heard from him last night, but he wasn't saying anything ominous. We were just having a chat about this world.
Okay, but we were worried about you. You've not been to your tent.
Oh no, I felt, and you see my face drop a little bit, coming from for character reference, from like a place of sadness. I just felt like a little bit useless yesterday, so I just thought I'd, camp out, have a look at the stars, that stuff.
Okay.
But I'm good. How are you?
Concerned.
About?
You've not seen anything like magical, glowy, shaped like a lightning bolt?
No.
Deception check.
Oh god.
Do you still have detect magic on you, by the way, Strix?
I think probably by the time I would have flown up, I need to keep recasting it as a ritual, and I think I'll probably cast it soon, but
Insight
19
checks,
for deception.
I'm happy to say it wore off. Insight.
So we have a
1 for insight.
natural one. So a 7 versus a 19. So I'm pretty sure that Strix is probably, more worried than, suspicious about Benjamin. So good.
Do I see Otis, or is Otis? Are you trying to keep Otis hidden?
Otis is on the shoulder.
No, Otis is on my bag. On my bag.
Okay.
In your
My
bag?
backpack. No,
On
he's
the bag.
on my
You're
backpack.
sitting on the backpack.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
But my backpack's on the floor. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Has Otis been with you the whole time?
Yeah, pretty much. I think went for a little walk last night, but yeah, he's been with me the whole time.
He went for a little walk on his own.
No, I went with a walk with him. I'm not going to leave him by himself. You called him a demon. I'm not going to let a demon die of himself.
No, sensible. Where did you go?
Oh, we just walked around the camp, see if we could. I found. I'm going to pull out the same bunch that I did last time from my bag. But I found more carrots for Auburn.
Good. Drop by Neza's tent, did you?
No, I said around the camp.
Did Otis run off at any point?
No, not really. I mean, we're playing fetch, but
Have we caught up at this point?
Strix stops talking to you and starts casting detect magic as a ritual.
All right. Yeah, sure. You'll catch up with this, and you're standing down on the ground. You can now see as well that there is something up in the tree.
We'll be right with you.
Benjamin!
You've cast detect magic.
It takes 10 minutes. But yeah, there'll be a lot of
Okay.
chanting and throwing of salt and ashes and incense and things.
What?
I
Okay.
just imagine an owl standing there doing that. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I love the imagery in my head.
just like a little
Is
kid, just
there-
like.
Is there like a ladder or something we can get up? Or...
Yeah. There's a little ladder.
Okay,
for sure.
I will make my way up the ladder because I can probably see Strix casting magic from down here, and I'm probably a little bit worried. So I'm gonna make my way up.
This is
Okay.
this isn't a huge like, by the way, but yeah, carry on.
I'm staying on the ground because I look at that rickety ladder and think that it can't help me.
I'm also
kind
staying
of
on
like-
the ground, preferring to shout
Okay.
up at Benjamin.
I kind of pop my head up. What's going on?
I don't know. Strix just flew over and we said good morning, and he asked me about Otis and where I was last night and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, where were you last night?
Oh, I was camping here. I felt like a little bit down last night. Have you seen this before? This is kind of creepy. But yeah, we were just walking around and such. But yeah, I decided to camp out here because I was just feeling a little down.
Question
Are
for
you
DM.
okay? We thought Wortam kidnapped you.
No. Oh no, I'm fine. What?
Question.
What
Benjamin
is
rolled a
going on up
19.
there?
My passive insight is 20.
Mhm.
Does he need to roll again? Am I seeing something in this?
How closed off is the small thing? Is it just like something you can sit on, or does it actually have walls around you? Or...
Oh yeah, it's like a proper little treehouse.
Okay. In that case, because it is a little bit more dark, roll a perception check, Arleem.
Me.
Oh, passive perception. Oh, wait, what did you say? Passive perception 20,
My
right?
passive insight is 20.
Oh, passive insight is 20.
Yes.
I mean, wow, passive insight 20. Okay. Maybe Benjamin seems a little bit off, just a tiny bit.
Okay. I kind of clamber up and sit down next to him, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. We're only asking because something quite important went missing last night."
What would that be?
So, the gelatinous cubes that we got from the cave yesterday were kind of important in something that Neza and Strix were working together, and they made something that kind of looks like this. And I get out my gelatinous cube conduit,
Okay.
and they're quite important. And one's gone missing. We don't know where it is, and I don't know. We just really need to find it.
Okay. And is this the lightning shape thing that Strix mentioned before he started doing this weird stuff?
It is, yeah. It's the lightning shaped one.
Oh no. No. I don't think I've seen anything like that.
Did Strix mention its shape?
To me, well, Neza did. To me.
No, he did. He mentioned it to Benjamin.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. It's just because we saw Otis tracks going from the lab last night.
What do you mean? I mean, we walk around the camp occasionally. Like, there's bound to be some leftover tracks, right?
No, going directly from the lab.
Oh, I mean, of course. We see Neza quite a lot occasionally whilst our time's been here. That was English.
But not last night.
I
These
don't
tracks
know,
are fresh.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Arleem.
You don't know what to tell me.
I mean, I was out here last night. I told Strix I was going around the camp, going around the outside of the camp, and we had I was just feeling depressed. I'm sorry. You know what that's like, don't you, Arleem?
Why are you feeling
Useless.
depressed?
Neza shouted at me, and I felt useless. And I don't know. And then I go quite sad. I was like, I don't know if I'm missing home or, everything going on here. It's quite a lot to take in, and
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe I wasn't
I mean, it was clear that I was never meant to be here, but now I feel like there is a reason for that, you know. And all I wanted to do was document this new world, and I think I'm more of a burden to you guys in the camp. And
I don't think you're a burden. I don't think you're useless as you're saying you are. You've helped us out a number of times. Sure, it was a shock when you appeared yesterday. I can tell you that much. We weren't expecting it. But I don't think you're useless. I don't think you're a burden. Is that why you're getting power from Wortam?
And he thinks back and no, I think I don't really know why he wanted to be friends, and no one ever really calls me friend.
Okay. You realize we're all friends, right?
We are?
Of course we are.
And like I'll wipe a tear.
So macho.
I was gonna say. Either way, just in
Wait,
case
it's ruined.
something is going wrong. I mean, Strix is going to cast detect magic. If there's anything nearby that is emitting a powerful energy like mine is, we'll find it.
DM question: does Benjamin know anything about detect magic?
You tell me.
You've seen us cast it before. We've cast it around you.
Good point.
Yeah. And you know what it does.
Yeah.
I kind of lean back on my hands. I'm just like, I suppose if someone wanted to tell us something before the spell was cast.
Okay, wait. Stop chanting, Strix. Do you stop chanting?
How close to done is Strix?
Close. Probably another 30 seconds.
Okay. I go into my bag, and this is very deceptive, and I apologize. Okay, right. He's gonna pull out his magical telescope and make sure Otis is still sat on the bag. I was like, "Is this? I know this isn't the lightning thing, but like I've been keeping this from you guys, and it does this really cool thing." And I turn it on.
You see stars moving about, like a star system moving about in the room now, and it looks, very pretty.
And I think this might help us get home. But again, I just wanted to be useful, and I thought if I could figure out something, I could help.
Well, that's not what we're after, so we'll keep looking.
The spell finishes.
Oh, okay. I think Strix would be distracted by the stars.
Oh, okay.
At least momentarily.
Okay. Then you have another 30 seconds.
I just keep showing it off.
What do you think's happening up there, Auburn?
Oh yeah,
don't
how
know,
big
but
does
I'm,
this go? Are they seeing like stars outside of this like little hut?
How would an illusion spell work? Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that stars?
I don't know. I have all this energy, and I start doing push-ups.
I just stare at him like, what the? If I woke it up in some weird world, like extra weird.
Oh,
Auburn?
Yep.
Auburn, did you bring your backpack or something when you got out of your tent?
I don't
Do you
think I
have it
would
with
have
him?
brought my backpack, no.
Okay,
I wouldn't have had any reason to either
No.
armor or backpack. I don't think so.
that's fair. That's fair. All right. carry on.
if Strix is still continuing the last 30 seconds, I poke my head over the edge and call for Neza. And I'm like, catch this, and I drop my conduit down.
I grab it, catch it.
Let's have a dexterity saving. No, it's fine.
Okay. I just admire it for a little bit because they're very pretty. We did a good job.
I think Strix has enough social awareness to understand that, like, finishing the spell could be seen as a breach of trust. and is also aware that he doesn't understand those things very well. So he probably would at least look to Arleem before finishing in like a. Do you want me to finish? Should I
Yeah.
stop? Are we good?
He's a child. He doesn't have privacy in this situation.
Oh, okay.
All right. Do no me ni.
Strix, you finish the spell. And you are immediately blinded by the emanating magic that is coming from the bag of Benjamin.
Is this the bag that Otis is sat on?
Yes.
I think we might need to roll initiative because I'm going to attack Otis. I'm sorry.
I mean, nobody is going to suspect you're going to attack, so you get a surprise attack before. we roll
Okay, I'm
initiative.
going to shock and grasp.
Right.
Like I rolled a nat 1 on insight. I totally believe that Benjamin had nothing to do with this.
Roll your attack.
Oh, my heart.
What is it? That would be a. Oh no, it is an attack roll. Boink. Otis doesn't wear armor, right?
No.
I mean, he's got an armor class, but
Okay.
Oh my god.
What is his armor class?
13.
13.
Okay, I miss.
So you see a lightning that springs from Strix's claws, and it just misses Otis.
But I'm like on top of him, grabbing at him.
I hear this. I know what this shocking grasp thing sounds like. So I'm gonna assume something bad happened up there. So I'm just immediately springing to my feet and starting to climb the tree.
Okay.
I am following.
Okay.
You could just run up the tree.
I could actually. I just run up the tree because I can do that.
Right. So everyone starts to, just move up. But before we do anything else, Benjamin,
Hi.
what are you doing?
I'm so. Oh fuck!
I saw that look on your face, like, what have I done? Otis!
Okay, so out of character, my plan was because I thought Otis was going to give off some magical energy, and he was going to be like, "Oh, it's just Otis causing this." Nope, I was completely wrong. Okay, I am panicking. My best friend since being here is being wailed on by my apparent other friend. I try and push you off Otis. It's like, get off him!
Is that contested athletics or?
If you want to, sure.
I don't want to be pushed off him.
Right. Well, then it's athletics against athletics, I guess. Oh.
Oh wait, no, that was the owlbear.
That was
Was
the
that right? No, how do I?
No, it's from you click your own portrait, but you click your level 8 portrait.
So I'm trying to. It's such a small screen. Bear with me. Is that the top one? No,
Middle one, yeah.
Perfect.
So you managed to pull off Strix from Otis, and Otis is making his sort of like a screaming sound as well, and is just clawing back at.
Yeah, damn right he is.
Get the demon!
So I rolled my own insight check as all of this starts happening in front of my eyes. I rolled an 18.
Okay.
Can I detect that? Obviously, Strix hasn't said anything to me, but can I kind of grasp the idea that he was probably going for the bag and not necessarily Otis?
No, he was going for Otis.
No, he was going for Otis.
Sorry, but the reason being the bag, not because of. Otherwise, you would have just attacked him immediately, right?
No, so I'll if we're doing insights, I'll give you a quick rundown of Strix's thinking. Strix is rolled a natural 1 when he's talking to Benjamin, so completely believes Benjamin had nothing to do with this.
Okay.
But there was Otis's paw prints by Nessa's tent, and I now see that the bag that is actually in Otis's possession right now, not Benjamin, contains the thing we're looking for. I think
Got
Otis
it,
has
okay.
stolen this, and Ben has no idea.
Okay.
All right. Let me make one quick roll then. Give me 1 second. Okay. So because of all this commotion, Strix is, on top of Otis. Otis is fighting back. Otis is, sort of falling off the bag, kicking at the bag. The bag, falls over, and this conduit falls out of the bag. I would say that Strix hasn't noticed because Strix is so focused on Otis, but Arleem, you do see that the conduit falls out of the bag.
I will grab it immediately.
How far are me and Neza?
So Neza, you're probably just running up the tree, and then you get up to the platform. So you're probably, sort of jumping a little bit outwards, grabbing onto the window that is there, and you're pulling yourself off, and you're in the window. Arleem, you're sitting with your legs out of the hole down.
Well, I was standing up at this point.
Oh, you were standing. Okay.
Yeah.
So Auburn, your head is popping up. The antlers. Actually, you cannot get your head through because of your antlers. So you just hear the antlers just hit the ceiling.
What's going on?
I yell at Strix. I'm like, Strix, look, I have it.
Okay. Oh God, right. I'm in such panic.
Wait, what? We're just gonna leave the thief here?
Okay, I'm gonna
We need to
hold.
calm
I'm
down.
gonna put my hand. Can I go to grab the stone? A sec.
The stone in my hand?
Yes, I'm gonna not grab. I'm gonna grab your hand essentially.
Mhm.
Can I do that?
Sure. I feel like at this point we need to
Actions have
quickly-
reactions, let me just
Yeah.
tell you that.
add this music here. All right, so you do put your hand up at the stone and touches it, or whatever you wanted to do.
In a panic and not knowing how magic works, I'm going to attempt. So I'm going to explain I'm going to try and do. Whether it works or not, that's up to you, DM. I want to cast Thunderstep.
Okay.
But I think I'm obviously unaware of this, so I'm in a state of panic. I want to save Otis, and I want to stop my friends from fighting, and I'm wondering if I can escape this whole thing.
You can bring objects along as long as the weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can do that. You can teleport one willing creature of your size or smaller.
Hi, Otis.
Mm-hmm. Unoccupied space within range, and the range is 90 feet. And after you disappear, thunderous boom sounds, and each creature within 10 feet. So that's everyone, because this is a very small space. All right. Well, then, in that case, Constitution saving throw from everyone.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be. This is awesome.
This is awesome. Yeah. Spell DC 14. So you need to beat 14.
2.
Not
22.
one.
Not one.
Nat 20 for 23.
14. Oh, I keep rolling them in D&D Beyond. Sorry, I got 14.
That's fine. 14. So who failed?
Me.
So okay.
Should I do the roll in thingy?
Yeah, 3d10 thunder damage.
Well, it's not too bad though. 14.
On a failed save,
It's
or half as much.
So I
as-
take
all right.
7.
7.
Yeah, so 7 to the rest of you. Neza, you take 14, and I need you to do a dexterity saving throw because you're hanging from a window.
Marty, I don't seem to own the level 12 version of myself in...
Sorry. Yeah.
That's right, Forge.
11.
You lose your grip.
Okay.
Marty, if I see her falling, I'm going to leap off the tree and catch her.
All right.
How high are we?
What is a normal tree height?
Hopefully less than 90 feet. Or else,
No, these are those massive pines that you find in the wild.
well, so
I don't
you're
know.
just teleporting into the middle of the air.
No.
I mean,
Go on.
is what feet are so difficult for me. Feet in meters.
3
So
feet
would-
is 1 meter.
Yeah, so 20 feet doesn't seem like unnatural for a decent height tree, is it?
No.
Yeah.
So probably 20 feet down.
He's falling into lava.
I'm still doing it.
I'm fine.
I don't think that's how it works. All right, so Auburn, you're jumping to grab her. So I need you to do that. Must be not what is it? Athletics. That's the Dex one, right? The Dex one.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Yeah, the damn English words. They're so similar.
Alrighty. 11.
Right, right. So Neza, you know that you could handle this. You can land. As a monk, you have that training.
coming, Neza.
And then Auburn is jumping, and you're sort of like surprised by it. So you're kind of counteracting each other. So you're both trying to, actually, land safely and not doing, anything stupid. And the opposite now occurs because you're both interfering with each other, and you fall to the ground 20 feet down. Poof. So I guess there is some fall damage, right? Do you remember that, Danny, in your head? How that works?
1d6 per 10 feet.
So 2d6. And you both takes 5 damage.
And because of Auburn's heroics, I do not get to have my slow fall negating damage.
No, you're counteracting each other,
Goodness
basically.
sake, Auburn.
I'm sorry.
So poof, you land down on the ground, and right next to you, so you're sort of like, oh, what the fuck happened? And then you look up and you can see Benjamin's feet right in front of you, where he has the object in one hand and Otis in the other.
I was hoping to be a little further away than right by his feet, but okay.
I mean, you didn't know where they were going to land.
Yeah,
you just
that's a good
teleported
point.
down.
Yeah.
So
Can I see Benjamin and Otis?
not currently. You're like, where did he go? And also your ears are ringing.
I will. If I do I see these Benjamin's feet?
I mean, you do. I mean, you just fell down from a tree and hit the ground quite hard. So sure, you see them. So you see them. I don't know what Benjamin is doing.
I am trying to get away from the situation with Otis.
Then he is running. So
I am chasing him.
all right.
I don't know what's going on. I think lightning just struck the tree.
So
Am I able to see what's going on?
your ears are ringing as well. So you.
I can see.
I mean, you can probably notice it when. Well, you can just actually. I would say that as the explosion happened, you're probably that's what
Disoriented.
disoriented. That would take up your focus. I don't think you would have seen Benjamin run away, but you do see that Neza gets up and starts running.
I was gonna say, if I see Nessa running with purpose, I will definitely follow.
Kind of the same, yeah.
Yeah.
However, the way I follow is by jumping off the tree and polymorphing into the dragon that I know can fly.
A huge dragon bird is now following you, Benjamin. And an owl. And a Nessa.
Benjamin, stop!
I just see everyone fleeing from the tree, not knowing what the fuck's going on. So I just look at that. Is there something in the tree?
Okay. DM. Roll a d20.
Yeah.
If it is below 10, no, if it's above, if it's a DC 11 or above, I'm going to stop and realize that this is probably a really bad mistake and I should be trusting my friends. Just roll it for me.
There you go. It's a 5.
I'm
You're
so
in
sorry.
panic.
I panic, and I think Martin knows what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop to the floor, hit my hands on the floor, and hopefully summon Greater Demon works.
At this point, I'm going to try and kill Benjamin. I just want this to be known. Now I see Benjamin as a huge threat.
Right.
Did I not catch Benjamin? I'm like a lot faster than him.
She did get a head start.
I think we need to be in initiative.
Now you do.
Yeah, definitely. If the summoning's going up.
I just want
If we
to
go
see
into
how this
initiative,
plays.
I need a sheet for
I don't think
dragon.
I don't think you do.
Dragon.
I don't think you do that. It's a 1 hour to cast.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fair.
No. Casting time 1 action. Sorry, duration 1 hour. All right. What are you thinking about? What?
They don't obey you though, right?
So
They
I
just
can't
do
catch
their
him?
shit.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Okay.
Well, they do if you prepare the ritual, probably.
Yeah, well, I'm just a child.
So you do that, Benjamin, and at this, so you're thinking about something large. Help me. At the same time, Neza, you are tackling Benjamin, and the huge dragon bird is landing next to you all as well. Who else was for Strix? You're flying
Strix
down,
is
landing
following,
as well.
yeah.
Yes.
Do we have any
and-
idea that the
Strix
huge
is gonna stay in
dragon
the
bird is Arleem?
You literally just saw me do this yesterday, so you probably can put two and two together.
To the dragon?
Yeah, I transformed into
Yeah,
dragon
yeah.
Okay,
in the middle
okay.
of the camp. So
Oh,
everyone
that's
disappeared.
okay. Yes, I remember now. Okay, because I was
Yeah.
like,
He
that's
wasn't
going to scare
as
shit out of
big
me. That's
as
it.
And you all notice a shadowy figure all of a sudden just rise sort of like up from the ground.
What have
Do
you
you want me to send you
done?
the link to what I was thinking?
Sorry?
Do you want me to send you a link to the monster that I was preparing before?
Sure. All right, so what we'll do is, because I have obviously not prepared anything for this scenario to happen, so I think
Wait,
we'll...
you didn't?
We didn't. Well, so we'll take a quick break, and then I'll quickly set up a quick something.
Uh-huh.
So let's do that, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, we'll be right back with this.
Right. So, how it works, but Benjamin doesn't necessarily know this because he's just done something randomly. But normally you can give it a command. If you don't give it a command, it has its own, life and can do whatever it wants. So, but Benjamin probably doesn't know that. So what happens is that we'll just move up here and look at Neza that it just spawned next to. And it is going to... You can see that it has like a shadowy sword as well, where shadows are like trying to escape it, and it's taking a swing at you with its sword, a shadow sword. Here we go, and it is a 16.
It misses.
It misses. So you manage to dodge out of the way, but as you're dodging, it's going to try and bite you as well with its huge mouth full of teeth. 19.
That does hit.
So you take 23 damage as it takes a bite out of you.
Okay. Benjamin, what have you done?
I don't know.
Strix, you are in full speed towards Benjamin and Otis as you notice this shadow come out of the ground and swing at Neza and takes a bite out of her.
I completely ignore it. As I sort of flap my wings out to try and come to a stop, I'll reach out one of my talons, and then a sort of ghostly shadow of that talon will carry on and grab Otis by the throat and start sort of choking him out.
Okay.
This is what's it called? Chill touch.
Right.
For 12 to hit.
Oh, it just misses. Just misses. So yeah,
that's what I got.
So there's a ghostly skeleton hand that. Does it just spawn next to it, or does it come from you?
It comes from me.
So it comes from you. So you just see the skeleton hand just flying towards Otis, who just barely jumps out of the way and is avoid being hit. Is that your turn or your movement as well, or?
No, I'm fine where I am.
Okay. Ben.
Hi. Okay, yeah. Benjamin's gonna be sensible instead of just running off. He realizes that he can obviously not control himself or this magic, so he's gonna try and take down this demon. And he's going to shatter. Yeah, he's going to use shatter, a sudden loud ringing noise. Let me just throw that up.
Okay. Arleem, just quick question: how much damage did you take up in the treehouse? Do you remember?
I took I think it was 7 points. I've made a note of it in the chat. Here,
Okay.
It's 7. It's 7. It was
Seven,
half
right.
damage was 7. I took the 7.
So I'll just quickly give you 7 damage. Your character, I forgot about. Nessa, you also took damage, right? You took 7 as well, right?
I took a lot of damage. I'm currently on 48 out of 90.
48. Okay, so I'll set you down to 48. There we go. Who took the full amount of damage?
Me.
You. Okay, then it makes sense. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and use shatter then.
Yep.
So, let's do. Wait, I just need to quickly read this again.
So each creature in a 10-foot radius from where you're centering it. So am I incorrect in thinking that Benjamin doesn't necessarily know how this works, so he would just place the center on the creature?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
The creature.
Okay. So
Sorry, Neza. Yeah. Okay, so damage roll. Oh, fuck. 25?
so
What's
Could be a lot worse.
What's my
Could be a lot
save?
worse.
15 Constitution.
15?
Oops. Yeah.
That's what I rolled, a 15.
Okay, so you half 25.
The creature is failing its roll,
Good.
so it takes 25 thunder damage.
It's 22.
Or does it?
No.
Let me quickly check.
25 divided by 2 is...
Resistances. No, it takes 25 thunder damage.
Perfect. And yeah, I have no idea what I just did, but it looked damaged, so that's going to be useful, I imagine. Yeah, I think that's just going to be my turn.
Okay. You have also you have the owlbear. You have Otis on your turn.
Oh yeah, of course.
So what are you commanding him to do?
Attack the giant demon that I accidentally just summoned.
He just sits down and looks at you when you try to command him to attack the demon. Auburn, your turn.
Ooh. Yeah, seeing that demon appear, I'm gonna take out my bow and shoot it twice.
Okay.
And if it has resistances, my arrows count as magic.
Okay.
That's going to be... Sorry. That is 14 to hit.
14 to hit. That hits.
All right. I'll re-roll that. So it takes 11 piercing damage.
11 damage, yeah.
I'll shoot it again.
Mm-hmm.
For 27. And I'll use...
It hits.
I'll use Arcane Shot for Enfeebling Arrow.
Okay.
I'll just put it up here so you can see it. It takes an extra 2d6 necrotic damage, and it has to make a saving throw.
Oh, sorry. So how much damage did it take initially?
I haven't rolled damage yet.
Okay. Super. So I was just unsure. So it needs to do a Constitution saving throw. I can do that. Save Constitution. It saves.
It saves. Okay, so it just takes the extra damage.
Okay.
So it takes 9 necrotic damage and 12 piercing damage.
Whoops. 9 necrotic. Let me quickly check. So 9 necrotic, so that's halved into 4.
If it's resistant, yes.
It is. And how much was the other one? Sorry.
It was 12 piercing.
12 piercing damage. Right. Gotcha.
And then I'll move closer.
Right. Neza, your turn.
Okay, well, I stand up because tackling Benjamin and being on the ground is not great. And I'm going to flick out my quarterstaff and hit the demon.
Right.
12.
Misses.
Okay, I'm going to... Okay. I'm going to try to hit it again with the quarterstaff, for 10, so it doesn't. And as a bonus action, I am going to use Step of the Wind and use a key point to disengage from this thing, and I'm going to run back here.
Okay.
Okay. And that's me.
That's you. Then we have Arleem.
So I will take flight and land here between the demon and Benjamin.
Okay.
And then I cast fire. I breathe fire at the demon.
Awesome.
Dang.
It's a DC 17 dexterity saving throw.
All right, and this is a magical effect, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because then it has advantage. Sorry, what was it?
DC 17 dexterity.
Dexterity. 18.
Ah, darn it. Well, it takes half the damage I'm about to roll.
Okay.
Cheers. So it takes 9 damage.
9 damage. There we go. All right. That was round number 1. Benjamin, are you doing anything like yelling out or doing anything to your friends or?
I'm a bit more concerned that Otis isn't doing anything.
Right.
Yeah, I know that I've done something wrong, so I am literally just trying to help everyone.
Okay.
Sorry, is it my turn again? Or...
No.
okay.
I just wanted to give you that. Sorry, I just wanted to give you that opportunity, and then my brain just needed to think real quick. Because what happens now is that the shadow in a 20-foot radius says, "Poof."
What'd you call me?
Everyone who's inside this sphere, everything just goes black, magical black, darkness. You can't see anything. Even though a lot of you probably have dark vision, you cannot see anything. For those of you outside, you just see like a blackness, like a wall of blackness that just surrounds everyone now.
I have blind sight as a dragon.
Very well. Well done.
Nice.
I have blind sight, which also includes dark vision.
Okay.
It's only 10 feet though, so I can still see the demon in front of me, but it's not as big as that. I can't see outside of that, but I can see directly in front of me.
You can see the demon. Benjamin, you cannot see anything. And the rest of you can just see darkness. But so Shadow's turn is going to swing. Not at advantage anymore, sadly. But it's still natural 1. It's not hitting you, but it's still trying to bite you. A 12.
Nope.
Alright, so I guess that's it. That's what it's doing. Strix, what are you doing?
I'm checking the wording of a spell now that I can't see the target.
Please don't fire random spells into this.
No, I do need to be able to see.
What are you wanting to do?
Not anything I can do, as I cannot see Otis anymore.
But what did you want to do if you could see?
Well, I was gonna sort of check in with everybody before I did it, but I was going to attempt to disintegrate Otis.
Right. Because I'm just bringing it up. You can decide. You still know where he was, so you can. I don't know if it's like an attack roll to hit, and if it is, then you can do it at a disadvantage.
It's not an attack roll to hit; it's a dex save.
No. Okay, then he probably needs to be able to see it then. Or maybe he can roll at advantage because he's obscured, just to make it fun. So you could try and make a shot in the blind.
Please don't disintegrate Benjamin.
No, Benjamin was right next to him, so I don't think he'd take a shot into the dark like that. Not if he's lost sight of what's going on in a big melee. He will. Well, yeah, okay. Let's check in with everybody. Strix is probably about to kill Otis. Would anybody like to object to that?
I would.
Out of character.
No.
It's fine. I do want to check in before I do something drastic like that.
It makes
I'm
sense.
protecting Benjamin in my stance. I don't give a shit about Otis.
Okie dokie. I will.
Sorry, Benjamin.
Seeing as I just lost sight of them, I will cast a lightning bolt. In a. Oh, how do I rotate that? Do I need to place it and then rotate it? I don't know how that works. Or do I rotate?
Usually click and drag. Okay.
There we go. I'll angle it like that, I think. Oh, no, that wouldn't hit him. Okay, hold on.
I'll allow it. I'll
angle it so that it would.
Yeah. Or you think it would. You think
where I think he was.
Yeah. So he needs to make a saving throw, right?
He does.
Advantage. You hit. Or you don't know, but gaming mechanics, you hit.
That is 26 lightning damage.
Otis is disintegrated. Poof. But nobody inside knows that.
Yeah, I was to say it's gonna be fine, Otis.
I do. I see that happen. That's within my 10-foot range.
Oh my gosh.
I see
Right.
Otis burst into a ball of dust. I'm just keep it to myself for now.
All right, Benjamin. If that's you done, Strix, then
Sure.
okay.
Actually, I'll back up
Okay.
because I don't want to be right on the edge of this darkness if anything could pop out.
Then Benjamin, it's your turn.
Well,
Everything is pitch black.
yeah, I know that Arleem jumped in front of me, so I'm not going to wildly go and attack forward. I don't think he could do anything. I guess. What would you do if you suddenly went blind? I kneel and feel my way around. Oh, you're muted, Mari.
Sorry, I thought I clicked. You can feel Arleem's leg.
Yeah.
He's definitely still there.
Okay.
You're probably going to feel my tail before you feel my leg.
Fair.
Okay. Because I know this thing is like basically in front of me, just in front of Arleem, right?
Yeah.
Can I like feel to like Arleem's side, and then try and attack?
Sure.
Because like I know this thing's here, right?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then I'm. Let's do. Oh no, because I need to see. I was going to do mind spike, but obviously you need to see the creature in range. Never mind.
You can
I
do it
guess-
at disadvantage if it's like you still know roughly where it is. So
You know what? We'll do that. We'll do that at disadvantage then. Mind spike cast.
Oh, it's a saving throw. Okay. Oops. But it will then do it at
The
advantage.
first line of that is a creature you can see within range.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good catch. Yep. So then you cannot do that.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was asking about. In which case, I guess I'd just go with my axe.
Okay, you can do that at disadvantage, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll do that. Attack at
Sorry to be a
disadvantage.
rule police
No,
there.
that is perfectly fine. I
No,
didn't
yeah.
see it, so thank you.
Absolutely.
You have no clue where it is, and you're just trying to hit in a direction, and and you can actually feel that it connects. So you managed to hit it, so you can roll for damage.
Okay. Free.
Yeah. I mean, everything counts.
Well, yeah, especially as it's my fault. So yeah.
Are you commanding Otis to do anything?
I'm gonna ask him to attack again, but I know that he's not looking at me. So, Otis, help!
He ain't there at all anymore, baby.
Otis just goes.
Like the white chicks with the snooker ball.
Auburn, it's your turn. Neza, one deck.
All right. Is this thing making any form of sound? It's just flavor. That
Yeah, I mean,
is it like growling
Don't-
or just being
It's-
completely quiet?
I think it's just being quiet. I think it's
Alright.
trying to take advantage.
Then Auburn is just going to try and remember where it was and then
Right.
aim at disadvantage, but I'm not gonna sharpshoot at that one.
All right. Natural one.
No, but it is real bad. It is 14.
14. Okay. 14. You just managed to pull it off and you hit it.
I'll reroll that one. Also 1. It's still a 1, so it's 6 piercing damage.
6 piercing damage. Yep. All right.
I'll try again. Second attack. One was a crit, the other is a 17 plus 10, so 27.
That hits.
And it takes 9 piercing damage.
9. All right. That's Auburn.
That is Auburn's turn.
Neza, you're up, or Arleem on deck.
I think she's kind of a bit in shock, actually, and she's just staring at this darkness that has...
That is a fair reaction, to be
Yeah,
fair.
and she's just kind of looking at it and looking at Strix, because she would have seen, or would she have seen, like, the lightning? Would she have seen that, or was that when you were up close?
No, that would have started outside the darkness and gone way past it as well.
Okay, so she's looking at the darkness, looking at, like, following where that lightning went, looking at Strix and being like, what is going on? And that's her turn.
Okay, Arleem.
I can still see this demon in front of me, so I shall reach out to attack it with a bite, which is that 20 to hit.
You hit. You bite it.
Awesome. And then I do fifth. Oh wait, no, I've done that really badly. So don't do that. Don't do that. Sorry. It's that melee, so 13 melee,
13, yeah.
and then 5 fire.
And 5 fire. Great fire. I think. Let me quickly check its resistances again. No, fire is full damage. So 5, yeah.
And that's my turn. It's
Right.
piercing damage, if that matters, but yeah.
It's
The
fine, thanks.
melee, sorry, the first melee was piercing, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Round number 3. I mean, it's you just the damage to it, so it's just going to stick with you. It is quite angry that you would do that to it.
That is very fair.
So it's a 26 to hit,
That will hit.
10 damage with the shadowy sword, and then it was trying to bite you with a 12. So I guess that misses.
That doesn't hit, no.
No. Strix,
Yeah,
your turn.
wait a minute,
Oh.
Marty.
Mhm.
If it's polymorph, then Rick has to do a
Oh, concentration
Concentration.
station.
Oh yeah.
Is that as a dragon, or...
Yeah, I guess.
it's as the creature you polymorph into.
Okay, what's concentration? What's the maths there?
Con save.
The con save. Okay, my constitution saving is +5, so 15. I don't know what polymorph.
No, it's either half the damage or 10, whichever is highest. So it's 10. So you do it.
You stay in dragon form.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was a bit confused then. That's fine. Cool.
Sorry, Strix.
Strix will quickly reply to Neza. Otis stole the magic lightning conduit, and I guess because he's a demon, and I guess that bigger demon showed up because we were onto him. Oh, and then I'm gonna cast Fairy
Message.
Fire.
Message is an action.
Sorry? No, that's
Me-
not. I'm just talking. I'm not casting message.
Okay. So everyone hears that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
can hear that. And then I'm gonna cast, Fairy Fire centered on the center of the darkness to try and get an idea of what is going on. Why will that not click? Please cast.
Okay.
There we go.
Oops, wrong character. Saving throw. Yeah, it fails.
Cool. So it's glowing now.
It's glowing inside the darkness, but so I guess it's only really helping out Ben and Arleem.
Oh, great. So I still can't see.
No, you still can't see it. Then.
I mean, thank you, please.
But then it's your turn, and you see it glow up now. I'm not really sure how this actually works, if it will, but I will just be. Yep, you can see it a little bit more better now.
Okay.
So you can roll that amount. No, instead of disadvantage, you'll roll normally.
Perfect. I am. Yeah. So now seeing this again, I'm gonna. I can use a bonus action for an action, right?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
use a bonus action as a bonus action. Yeah.
Perfect. No. So I'm gonna use a bonus action before my action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So I'm gonna. Knowing this thing's here, I'm gonna be obviously. I'm just so upset at the moment that I've done this. Staggering smite on my axe.
Okay.
As a bonus action, and then go for it.
Right.
So I'll do my. Is it 2? There. Do you want me to roll for my attack first? I imagine.
Yeah, to see if you hit.
Yeah. Of course. Okay, so attack roll. 13.
Ooh, it just misses.
Just misses. Damn. Okay, never mind then.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that was an attempt.
All right. Auburn?
And then, yeah.
If you're done, sorry. If
Yeah.
you're done.
No, I was just like, I feel like briefly, I'm just like, I'm so sorry, Arleem.
Auburn,
I'll shoot it again.
you can still hear commotion from inside.
Yeah. I'm shooting for the sounds.
Mhm.
That is a natural one.
Okay. Roll me a d6, and you want to roll high.
I'm about to hit by an arrow, aren't I?
I do not. I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. Okay. Roll 4 damage.
That's 7 damage.
7 damage. I will roll a public roll. 1d4. 1, 2, it hits Arleem. 3, 4, it hits Ben. Arleem, you take 7 damage. From
I
an
take
arrow
some of this one.
that comes
That's
from
fine.
outside.
Sorry, you have to make another concentration check.
Uh,
DC 10.
plus 5, 21. I'm fine.
All right.
Yeah. So you just hear that you hit something. Open.
I'm doing great.
You probably hear me as a dragon roar.
I've been hearing that the entire time. I think. So 23 to hit on the second attack.
It does hit.
That's 10 piercing damage.
All right. Explain to me what Arleem is seeing when it dies.
But I guess an arrow just comes out of the darkness and just goes right through the back of its head and out the front between its eyes.
Very accurate.
Nice.
And the shadow dissipates as it disappears into nothing. But there's still darkness inside, so Neza, what are you doing? You don't know that combat is over.
I am going to respond to what Strix said and just say, Benjamin summoned that demon, not Otis.
Do I hear this? Are you saying it loud enough that I can hear it?
Yeah. I mean, loud
Everyone
enough.
hears it then.
Yeah.
I look at you very surprised and just lower my bow for a moment.
Arleem, your turn.
I can see what's going on. And I'm going to ask if you're okay with this, because it's probably flavor more than anything else. I launch myself into the air, and I grab Benjamin by the shoulders with my feet. And I drag him out of the darkness down to, like, here-ish.
Okay. Benjamin, can I get you to make a... What would that be?
I mean, are you
roll me-
resisting it, Benjamin? Are you resisting?
No, I'm absolutely not resisting.
Yeah, I still want you to roll a. That would probably be like a No, let's just make it an acrobatics roll. I think that's fine.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay, so you manage to hold. You don't lose the conduit inside the darkness. You manage to hold on to it, but you cannot. If you're trying to grab for Otis, you don't catch anything.
Oh yeah, because Otis is gone.
You don't know that.
No, yeah, but I know, but I'm just like, yeah, for sure.
All right, so we are out of combat. So yeah. Arleem's landing as the dragon bird with Ben.
I'll land, and when I've landed on the floor, one of my hands is still holding on to like the scruff of his neck, and I will polymorph back into Arleem, still holding on to the back of his neck. Kind of just like throw him, not aggressively, but just forward a bit. You need to explain yourself now.
I burst into tears. And just hold it up. Hold the conduit up to you.
I take it out of your hand.
Yeah.
And I hand it back to Neza immediately.
I take it. Benjamin, what were you thinking? You could have gotten us all killed. You could have hurt yourself.
I don't think I'm saying anything. I am just distraught.
I have detect thought up.
Do you want me to say what I'm thinking?
Yes, please.
Holy fuck, what have I done? I shouldn't be in charge of anything. I am absolutely useless. I can't do anything to save anyone. Where's Otis? Is everyone else okay? Just everything all at once.
I'm gonna come over and say, Benjamin, are you all right?
I look at you and just shake whilst shake my head, still crying.
Did Wortam make you do this?
Shake my head.
Then why?
Sobbingly, I just wanted to be useful and help and do something right. And I've made everything worse for you all. And I don't think it's safe to be around me.
Benjamin, you saved my life yesterday. Why would you think you were useless?
And I look at Neza and
Auburn. I think you know what time it is.
Oh no, not now. 19.
Okay. You keep up the appearance.
My antlers, a tiny bit of them fall off, but I just go.
I'm just both in character and out of character. I'm just stunned at myself of what I've done. Jeez, yeah. I just shrug and I have no idea what I'm supposed to say in this situation.
I just don't understand, Benjamin. Why would you take the conduit? Why would you think all of this? You've been helping us all along.
I look back at Neza, and I look back at you, and I say, I've been trying, but I mean, I was never supposed to be here. I mean, you've got the list on you still, right? You can clearly see my name still on there.
I mean, that ship's sailed, Benjamin. Like, we figured that out ages ago. You've been here, you've been with us, you've been helping us. We gave you a chance earlier as well.
Sorry, our character. What? You what?
When
Oh,
we were
to
chatting to
explain.
you,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
explain.
I just felt if I was stronger, I'd be able to do more, and clearly that wasn't the case. And I look around at everyone and obviously just make sure everything's fine. I assume I've noticed that Otis isn't there anymore.
At this point, the shadow, the darkness has dissipated, so you can just see a burned, almost nothing left, I guess.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't do anything about it. I don't go over to him. I don't mourn him because I realize like this is all stemmed from this evil, and I was like, obviously, I'm not ready for any of this.
Benjamin, our strength doesn't come from what we can do. It comes from who we are and what actions we take.
At those words, a little bit more of Auburn's antlers fall off.
Look, at the end of the day, I think you realize you made a mistake. And I know that you want to be here, but you've got a lot to learn about what it means to truly understand the elements that we're dealing with here. Okay?
And I rub my face like, I nod, just still sobbing to myself.
Benjamin,
Right.
we know you never meant to hurt us. Sometimes you just do things without thinking, and I understand. Trust me.
I kind of glance at Strix. He's been very silent, given everything that led up to this.
Just been
to see-
listening to
Yeah.
Benjamin's thinking. He'll just sort of quietly nod, like, I believe him.
Okay. I say we go back to the camp. It's still morning. Let's try and put this behind us for a second. Get something to eat. Make sure everything's fine with the conduit. Because if that is wrong for whatever reason, then that is a potential problem that we need to deal with. And think about what we need to do next. Okay?
Sounds good.
I'll help Benjamin up, if you'll let me.
I absolutely will. No, hold on to your big muscles.
Dax is looking at you and he's so jealous. No, wait. That's headcanon, I guess. You... Wow, how did we end here? Where are we going now?
I guess we're making our way back to camp.
I mean, you're not that far outside of camp. You didn't really get that far, but yeah, you all walk together back to camp.
Strix will head over to Nessa's shoulder as we're heading back. So how was breakfast?
Breakfast wasn't great.
Oh,
Just barely edible. Do they could use some cooking lessons? Very
Strix
kind
walking.
kind
grab
gesture
out
though.
some
but, like,
worms from his feathers and take a big mouthful. I don't know what you mean.
Ew.
Look
I
at
am. As we're walking as well, I remove an arrow from my shoulder and jokingly, very clearly jokingly, hand it to Auburn and be like, I think this is yours.
Oh. Oh. Sorry about that, Arleem.
It's fine. The other one hit, and it was good. It was a good hit. Don't worry.
Neza?
Yeah. I'll look
Neza.
at... Sorry. Go ahead.
Neza, there's absolutely, now that there has been some usage of these conduits, that's absolutely no, question in your mind that they're losing power. You can see the coloration has changed.
I make a note of that.
I'll say to Benjamin as we're walking back. So, you still have those carrots, the green things? I think I'd like to try one.
Oh my god, have them all! And I literally just give him the bag.
Oh.
There's a lot of them. There are, hang on, carrot type things. 8. There are 8.
Didn't you just eat one?
No.
Oh, I thought you were eating one in the
Earlier.
treehouse.
Oh yeah, okay, 7. Yeah.
So I have to be accurate with these things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I try a bite. How are they?
They don't quite taste like carrots. They taste differently, but they actually don't taste bad.
I don't know the way Marty said that, but sure. Okay.
These are really good, Benjamin.
Thank
Now,
you.
roll Constitution. No.
DC 30 Constitution save.
Instant death.
Auburn died.
Fuck.
Great campaign, everyone.
Yeah.
Killed by carrot.
Thank you for these, Benjamin.
It's okay. I hope you like them. I know Carty likes them too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's
Auburn.
been doing great.
Yeah.
Yes, Marty?
Auburn, you want to quickly go back and because you didn't bring anything with you, so you're just running around these carriers. You probably want to go back to your tent and put them somewhere.
Sure.
And as you are coming back to tent, returning back to your tent, you notice something inside of it that you didn't notice earlier. You're not sure if it's because you were focused on something else or if someone has been there in between. And you can decide if you want. Actually, I think you should read it out loud if you want to. Let me see if I should be able to share it with you. Maybe. Just give me a second. I'm trying to send it to you. Maybe I can actually send it personally. It seems like oh, there we go. Yeah, I can. So Danny, here you go. It should pop up.
All right. So this note is written with great care. There are words and half sentences scribbled out as if the author has considered their words carefully. The page is folded twice in halves, and on the outer facing layer, when folded, is a message that reads, "To read when you're feeling low. Auburn. I'm aware that we haven't known each other for very long, and that had the cruel hand of fate not forced us into the position we find ourselves in, we may have never even spoken. With that being said, here we are, and we have gotten to know one another, albeit in the middle of what could only be considered a potential hell. But despite that, I've gotten to meet a caring, empathetic person who is headstrong, confident, and a leader when he allows himself to be. By which I don't mean your ability to seemingly shift into something almost unrecognizable, but given the space and time to flourish, you truly bloom beyond capabilities I think even you are aware of. I know that conversation isn't always your forte, so I want to put these words on paper so that if at any moment you need a reminder, this bit of paper can maybe act as an anchor to remind you of the following. You're more than anyone's opinion of you. You're stronger than you give yourself credit. Your worth isn't decided by a potential master. You are undoubtedly you. And the you I've gotten to know is so worthy of being known and heard and respected. Know that I've always got your back, whether you're late to the fight or falling headfirst into lava. Arleem.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, you guys. Reading that, Auburn's antlers fall off, and he shrinks back to his normal size, and he is bawling. He just sits down and just goes quietly sobbing, and he clutches that letter to his heart.
All right.
He's not gonna come out for a while.
That is perfectly fine.
Oh man, that was beautiful. Did you write that, Rick?
I did, yeah.
Oh man. Thank you so much.
All right. The rest of you are heading back to the breakfast table. Everyone, people slowly waking up, and some people have prepared breakfast for others, and that's definitely also something for you. Arleem, as you're sitting, as you're getting breakfast, Lyra is coming up to you. How?
Oh, hey.
Hey, how is everything going?
Fine. Let's go with fine. Yeah.
So I guess you saw all the, gifts.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. The little figures. That was you?
It wasn't me. It was a lot of the people that you've been healing and things like that. And since a lot of us don't feel our connection to our deities any longer, some people thought that, since you could heal, that they would give you some kind of offering.
Your own personal Jesus.
Wow. I didn't do it because I thought it would get me offerings and gifts.
I don't think you need to see it like that. I think people just appreciate that, you and someone that can actually, still do perform these things still are around. So
Okay.
I think it's just people's appreciation.
Okay.
And Thrak was talking about that, you and him had like an evening with some brews, and I think that inspired someone who still had a little left over. So there were some different things. I hope it was fine, and
I haven't had a chance to try it yet. It was a long day yesterday, and it's been a long morning. But I thank you. Honestly, thank you. That's so unnecessarily nice, but nice nonetheless. Thank you.
I mean, just don't thank me. Thank everyone else. It was their idea. So, but
Of course.
I will let them know.
Of course. Arleem is very visibly out of comfort in this conversation. Like, I want everyone to be aware of that.
Fair enough. I think Lyra can also sort of sense it, but she's smiling at you and bidding you a good morning, and then going about her business. So
I kind of stare at my breakfast and don't look up from it, and just keep my eyes like very firmly placed on the food in front of me.
all right.
So Strix, the whole Violet bringing me breakfast thing, like I know what you're trying to do, and it doesn't give you permission to like make a whole bunch of new friends. I definitely think that's a terrible idea. And like super creepy. Like, can you imagine all these bodies that like some of these people know walking around?
I only took the ones nobody knew.
And nobody said they knew. Like, I still think this is a terrible idea. Okay. Great. Glad we've got that ironed out. Benjamin? You kind of see her like just kind of, it's almost like 500 emotions pass across her face. I think I have been remiss in how I treat you.
Out of character? No shit, Sherlock.
Out of character? No shit, Sherlock. And I would like to remedy that.
Okay.
I'm going to teach you how to do science. And you are going to help me get us home.
Okay.
Okay. That also means you're sleeping in the lab. You can make like a little tent next to us, next to mine, but that's where you're sleeping.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do that.
Am I part of this? Is this conversation happening around the dinner table, the breakfast table? Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no. Sorry, Adam wants to say.
Sorry. I just lost sound for a second there, so I missed a little bit, but I'm back.
It's okay.
Cool. Because if it's happening in earshot of me, I'll kind of look over as well and be like, and if you want, I can help you understand how to cast your magic a bit better as well. Because in the nicest way possible, it seems a bit haphazard at the moment.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Cool.
Choking on my food as I'm trying not to tear up.
And maybe some night, I've seen you with the telescope. We're gonna need to use those stars to get home. So maybe you can help me there. Okay? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she just goes back to eating.
I'd do the same.
You're muted, Marty.
Isn't this all just interesting?
I telepathically, if it's
In your head.
I just say not now.
Sorry, what?
Not now.
Not now. Now is a good time. You just proved yourself. I don't even know how you summit that thing.
What is it we're eating? Out of curiosity.
What are you eating?
Okay, I like if it's like a fork, I just like pull it in my food. And I was like, okay, what do you want?
Don't want anything.
So why are you here?
To tell you that you're doing well. Your power is increasing. You are currently one of the most interesting beings on this whole planet. Besides me, obviously.
I don't think so. My friends are pretty. And I stopped saying friends. My friends are pretty good too.
all these 3 items you have created, they are marvelous. They do have one flaw, though.
Which is?
They'll run out. Look at that one. It's already lost a lot of its power.
Oh, I mean, Neza feels like she can recharge them pretty easily.
And what happens when she runs out of those whatever magical things that she has that she can recharge them with?
I have no doubt in my mind that Neza can do something.
I'm just saying, I'm here as well. I'm a friend. If you need my help.
You're not a friend. No friend would do this to me.
Do what?
Give me... Because now, yeah, give me too much power than I'm ready for. Not give me the proper guidance. No friends would do that.
So you don't want your powers? That's fine. Let me know if you need me.
Okay.
And you feel the presence is gone. And you are now level 0.
Well, fuck. Okay. Okay.
As you're sitting at the table, some of the other people are there. You hear them talk about, oh, did you, the boar that got, hunted and caught this morning? It was Coxie all on his own. It was so amazing. I don't know how he did it. And you just hear how people are talking about that they're impressed with his deeds.
We all hear that.
everyone, yeah.
I'm not there.
Oh, Auburn is there.
Oh, that's right. Auburn crying.
I think we were all waiting for Auburn to speak.
Oh, right, okay. Auburn is not there, no. So,
Is it? How big is this boar?
I mean,
Boar
adult-sized boar.
Okay.
But it's probably, you haven't really, the group as a whole hasn't really started hunting like properly yet because they still have all these resources you brought with you. But it's, so.
I mean, it's a good, definitely a good start. Just in case these resources run out, right?
Definitely.
I feel like we're all in our own heads about other things. Yeah. We should care about this fucking boar. To be honest.
Strix will say quietly to Neza, speaking of resources running out, there's a third element that's required before these things are finished, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on that?
A lot. Many. 100. Lots. Thoughts of maybe they're too dangerous. Maybe we don't want them getting into the hands of other people. Maybe we shouldn't even be making them again. That is definitely a thought. But then there's also like, what, can we get home without them? I don't know. Are we going to have enough mag cans to get us home? Like, what happens if the mag cans get stolen and like these got stolen, and we're gonna have to find some way to recharge these. But I don't know that we should recharge these because what if something like what happened today happens again, and then somebody else takes it, and somebody else has uncontrollable magic, and there's an even bigger demon, and
okay. I think we should definitely consider the security of the conduits as maybe a separate conversation. But Yeah, if we can't get home without stabilizing them, then we're going to need to stabilize them at some point.
Or just not use any magic at all except for the mag cans, and the mag cans will get us home. Probably.
Will they get us home alone?
What do you mean? I'm not sure if that's in or out of character. I don't know what you mean.
That was in character. Strix will say this next bit telepathically through message. I think someone else might try to come with us.
Maybe we shouldn't even go home. We'll just stay here. And not bring that there.
That's an option.
Or we kill him.
I like that one better.
Do we?
Gonna need some power, some stable power if we're gonna do something like that.
You don't think that Benjamin could make them stable with, like, his power came from him, you know?
If you think it's possible, we can try.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, there's nothing to lose from trying, right?
I mean, it shouldn't probably kill him.
Sorry, what?
No, it should be totally, absolutely, 100% safe.
I guess you're talking in a low voice at this
We're
point.
telepathically.
Yes.
Okay,
I think we
okay.
switched to yeah.
Okay, good.
You muted, Jake.
So Benjamin's just like, wait, what the hell?
I mean, like, I'm fairly sure it wouldn't kill him. Probably.
I'm honestly not sure how likely he is to survive this whole thing anyway, given recent events.
Well, I'm gonna keep him close, and maybe he'll, not do that again. Or other very bad things.
Okay, we can. You want to give it a try then?
Sure.
So if I understand it correctly, you are going to take Benjamin back to the lab, and you're trying to get Benjamin to charge these conduits instead of Wortam.
Wortam gave him his magic.
Alright,
Maybe the same.
that's fair. So are you going to do that right now? After lunch? After breakfast?
No time like the present.
So Benjamin, you're asked to join them back at the lab, and Neza is explaining to you, and Strix and Neza is explaining to you how it would work, how it worked with Strix. So how are you responding to all of this?
I'm obviously new to science and magic, so I'm kind of getting the idea, but I think we all know it's not going to work.
Right.
So yeah, I'll try and do everything that they tell me to.
You all try to do the exact same thing. I'm pretty sure, Strix, you would be able to feel that there is absolutely no magical connection coming from Benjamin.
Right in front of your face. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah. I mean, apart from everything that happened like a couple hours ago.
Something's missing.
I get up close as well, just because I want to see.
It's like, how close are you? Like we're at this? Or like,
Oh, Strix is touching you.
oh.
I see everyone getting close to Benjamin again and start getting a bit more like, what's going on?
Did you come back to the lab with us?
What? I assume so. To all the actions happening.
It's true.
All this thrilling action.
What are we looking at, Strix? Other than Benjamin?
I mean, ever since we got here, I've got a fairly strong sense of arcane power coming from this one, but there's... He taps you on the forehead again. There's nothing there!
Ow.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, yeah, I'm still hungry. Can we get seconds?
Sure.
Oh, after we've done this head
Okay,
thing,
okay.
obviously.
We can do this, right? Strix? I turn my very close face to Strix's very close face.
I don't know. Something's missing. You could make acid, right? That was the thing you did. Acid did some things sometimes. That's
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Strix will pull out a little stick. Can you give me some acid?
Neza steps back.
Sure, and I try and redo the action that I did for acid last time.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. I try doing it in a slightly different way.
Spiderwebs comes out of your hand.
I mean, let's try something brutal. Neza, give me the conduit. It's fine, don't worry.
I hand you the conduit.
I shove it in Benjamin's hand. Try now.
I try with the conduit.
Nothing happens.
I take it back. He's tapped. Throw it back to Neza.
Can I figure out what's happened here? Like, I've obviously told the person to leave me alone, and like now I can't do something.
I guess you will probably start thinking along those lines.
Yeah.
Because that's the last conversation you had. So.
Yeah. I tell the group that I told him to leave me alone.
I think that was a very good decision.
Me too. But Strix, you know what that means.
I mean, Benjamin should get some more breakfast.
Benjamin should get some more breakfast.
He's hungry.
Exactly. Second breakfast.
Yay! And I run out and get some more breakfast.
Auburn, do you want to join us at some point, or are you staying at your tent?
I think Auburn comes out of his tent eventually. But he's not chipped.
Okay.
And he's not going to go into the camp proper. He's going to go find somewhere to sit his very exhausted self.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I just wanted to know if you joined the group. If you don't,
Nope.
then sorry. Next time.
Yeah.
Neza?
Arleem,
So, Arleem's here as well, right?
you seem to be sensible.
Don't ask the campers. They think I'm a god. So-
What? Hang on. Pause.
I'll explain. I'll explain later. It's fine. Let's focus on this.
We are definitely coming back to that.
Yeah, well, that's a pin. We'll put a pin in that one.
And I explain this problem. They are limited, these conduits. We potentially have a way of making them self-sustaining by working / and or asking Wortam to help us.
Okay. The same Wortam who has possessed, coerced, manipulated one of our group for reasons we do not know, to make ends meet that we do not know.
Yeah, that one. Mhm.
Right.
Telepathically to Arleem. The same Wortam we intend to kill shortly after.
Yeah, that one. What's the deal? What do we ask? What do we get from him to do this?
And I explain the very complicated magical process that we'll need.
Which I understand very little of. Yeah. And he's the only one that can provide everything you just explained.
Honestly, I kind of hope that Benjamin would be able to take the place of that. But we all saw how that worked. So I mean, our other option is just like staying here forever. I mean, no, I suppose there's also an option of using the mag cans. But like we'll have very limited magic, and there's also the risk that he'll come with us back to Baraguo and unleash that there, and that's not what I want to do. Anyways, you can see the conundrum.
Is it wrong of me to potentially is this potential proof that Benjamin is a conduit in some way, shape, or form? He had power. He no longer has power. We know that it was given to him and taken away. Maybe you're looking for an external conduit. Maybe there's a more biological one available to us.
Out of character, I have no idea what you're talking
No, I think the principle is sound, but unfortunately Benjamin's tapped right now, and I don't really want to fill him up again.
I mean, if we give him an element of power, magic, we do it on our terms in a way that we can explain to him what's happening with a controlled environment, not just pumping him full of potential necromantic energy and having him blast us out of trees.
I'm looking between you and I'm like, as someone with no magical ability, can you just give someone magic?
Arleem, you would know that.
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
You would know that some of your powers come from whatever deity or guide. You have,
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get my powers from something, from a deity that I didn't have a connection with, and after I got my connection back with them when Wortam allowed it, I had the powers. I'm not saying that we are deities. Again, don't ask the campers. But there is a process here that potentially Benjamin is more susceptible to having power and being given power than maybe some of us are.
Being as well? Strix?
I have a being, yeah. Oh, sorry, I don't know about Strix.
It's a skill that can be learned as well.
Yeah.
But Strix, you're also very much aware currently that normally you can pull magic from the world and stuff like that, and you can't here. Not to the same extent, at least. You can, but you can now with conduits.
But
Listen.
Strix can only use that because he understands how to channel power out of the conduit and into
Yeah.
So, and that understanding is where his power comes from. So potentially Benjamin could also be taught.
I'm just saying, like, I ain't smart. I don't do the smarts very well. I have a connection with a deity that gives me strength, and I use it in ways that I consider, and I suppose they consider the best way to be using it, right? I'm not saying that this is feasible in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that since we got here, there's a reason that Wortam wanted Benjamin, right? Like, he could have chosen anyone if he could give power to anyone. He chose Benjamin for a reason. He's playing emotional games with him at the same time in a way to try and manipulate him. So it's not just a case of finding someone else. There might be something to Benjamin. I don't know. This is just an assumption, but
Okay. Before we take this idea any further, we need to ask Benjamin if this is something he even wants.
Oh, yeah. This is absolutely a consent situation for sure.
He might not even want magic after what's happened today. I'm not.
I think, again, we can approach it in a way that says we can help him this time. Like, you know, we can train him. We've been using it for, well, me and Strix, at least. Sorry, Neza, have been using it to some extent. We can help. But you're right, we need to ask him first. We can't just assume that we can come with a match. That being said, he stole conduits when we didn't even realize, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm. That's true, he did, and that's kind of another reason why I'm a little hesitant to give him more power.
I get that.
And there's also the question, if it's not the same magic, will it even work for what we're thinking?
Again, I don't do the smarts.
You understand the theory better than I do.
Is it all guesswork, DM?
Sorry, did you ask me something?
Yeah, I said, is it all guesswork, or do I have any idea if it would work?
I mean, obviously, you've been here for too short of a time to, have a proper, 100% understanding of what's going on. But that being said, you have a strong theory that it would work.
Even if it was not the same magic.
I mean, there's always chances that it could go wrong, but in theory, could work.
Okay. But it could work. Maybe. And it probably won't kill him. Maybe.
Would Strix have any kind? Well, I guess how long would Strix estimate it would take to train Benjamin up to a level where he might be able to do something like that? Like carefully, sensibly, without just overloading him.
2 millennia.
I mean, it depends on how, skeptical is that the right word? It will probably take some time. It's not just from one day to another.
Is it like we're running out of food amounts of time?
I mean, most definitely, but everything is currently on. That's why you're training hunters.
We'd need to sacrifice a lot of time and a lot of stability if that's the route we want to. I'm not saying we shouldn't, but let's understand what's on the table if that's what we're going to do.
I suppose my last input to this kind of thing would be, if we don't put power in him, Wortam probably will. I mean, using that argument, I suppose...
Can I quickly ask something to Strix? So is Strix's idea to train Benjamin in magics, and then he can do what they want Wortam to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I think Strix would then know that because Strix knows about, Strix, I would say Strix knows enough about where power can come from and warlocks and the likes, that he would also know that if the connection has been cut for Benjamin, then it wouldn't be the same kind of magic that he would be learning or teaching. You would teach him.
So even with a greater understanding, he'd essentially need Wortam's consent to channel any kind of useful power.
Yeah, if the type of magic that Neza is after, yes.
Even
Yeah, so-
if that's the case, sorry, go on.
No, I just was about to share that in character, but that's fine.
Oh, okay, apologies. Yeah. Even if that is the case, I don't think there can be anything bad. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to commit to that sentence. I think it's potentially better that Benjamin has an understanding of what it is that he has control over. Either way, however this pans out. Because if he doesn't, and it's too much, he could end up harming us again. He could end up completely harming himself without fail. And if he gets given something that we don't know what it is, he has a better chance to control it.
I agree with that part. I guess we should start there.
Magic training sessions for Benjamin.
Unless he's going to be busy learning science, learning magic. If he wants to do the magic, I mean, he's learning science.
If he was back in our planet, then he'd be learning anyway. So,
All right. Is that the conclusion to this conversation?
I think so.
Yeah.
In that case, then I think we'll end here. And yeah, that's the end of this session.
Yay!
Oh,
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Don't be.
No. It's good.
I mean, I fried your familiar, but you're sorry? That's a result for me.
Oh, for sure. No, thank you, Marty. That was awesome.
That was an amazing one.
It was.
Good job at,
I mean, I had one goal with this session that I didn't reach because you did other things and you don't want to do, so that's fine. That's completely fine. Well, I'll find other ways.
You normally do.
But I know it was good. Enjoyed it.
absolutely.
Bless you. All right. Well, thank you, everyone here, for being here. Thank you. Please don't scratch my chair. Thank you, Kit Kat. Thank you, everyone, for being here. All our amazing players. Thank you, Marty, for DMing. And thank you to Twitch chat for being awesome. If you like what you hear and see, you can find us on social media at Crowded Tavern. And you can find us on our website at thecrowdedtavern.com. And yeah, that's us. signing off. Don't forget to like, review, subscribe, follow, do all the things that you do with the content that you love. And we will see you again next week for Last Orders. Bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording.